Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is Consumers Daily Show, where we believe ads are not bad. They're awesome. Ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild web today. It is Thursday, July 16th, 2026. In the year of our Lord, we're coming to you live and in living color from a beautiful yet undisclosed location hidden in the Austin, Texas hills, the unofficial home of internet entrepreneurship. We're brought to you by Slash, Rocked After Sale, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, Tie, Trend Track, Rich Panel Intelligence, Northbeam, Seguno, Postscript, and we got a jam-packed show for you today. Olive Garden has released perhaps the very best offer that has ever existed in man's, humankind all time. We're going to talk about it. $100, never-ending pasta. Does it get any better? I don't think that it does. Whatnot has acquired Shaped. If you don't know what Whatnot is, I don't know if you have been alive over the past 12 months. Live selling to the roof, to the moon, and now product recommendations in the midst of all of those live sessions. A new robotic car has been released to the delight of the American consumer. Chip, we are going to meet Chip and talk about it. And Lemme, Kourtney Kardashian's Lemme is getting sued. Weight loss claims, apparently too much. Nobody likes to see it, but a lot of people on the timeline said it was only inevitable. We're going to be joined by John McDermott, writer extraordinaire, founder of McDermott Media. He's been in the Wall Street Journal and everything in between, and we're going to be talking about clipping and the clipping economy, especially the one and only Clavicular and his clipping extraordinaires. Bryan Bumgardner for the Northbeam Weather Report is going to be with us, as well as my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Get in here, Colin! Colin, there he is. There he is.
Sorry, dude. I was mogging off Clavicular backstage.
You were mogging, but we're not only joined by you, my friend. Next, can we bring them in one at a time, Jack? Because I feel like they both need a little clap in. We have the one and only Jimmy Kim, CEO of Ecomm, email marketer and commerce roundtable. Get in here, Jimmy Kim.
Oh.
Dang it.
No. 2 weeks in a row.
I wanted to introduce Cody Wittick next, Jack. We're also joined by the one and only Cody Wittick from Kinship. We love you, Cody. We'll give you a clap. Let's go. Gentlemen, we appreciate you making the time today. Welcome to the show. Anything interesting going on in your world, Cody Wittick?
Training for a High Rocks. That's why I look for a High
Rocks. Training for a High Rocks. Good on you. And Jimmy Kim, I know, gearing up for Commerce Roundtable to come in San Diego on the water and more.
High Rocks, you're talking about him. Guess who's speaking at Commerce Roundtable? The CEO of High Rocks.
Is he really?
Oh, that might be the first small little peek of all the things. But I am working on Commerce Roundtable. Everything is focused on it. I'm about 70 days away from that show. And I know we've been chatting. There's a lot of cool plans. We'll leak them along the way through these Thursdays. But right now, I'll tell you right now, Cody, if you like High Rocks and you want to hear from the CEO and hear how he is able to build his billion-dollar business, he'll be on stage.
Billion-dollar business. That's kind of bananas.
Use code Cowboy if you want to hook up because you heard it from the show.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to be there. I think all four of us are going to be there. Cody Wittick, are you going to be there?
Yes, now officially.
I'm so excited.
Let's go.
I am very excited. Maybe even more excited for Commerce Roundtable than I am about our current thing, story of the day, top story of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, Olive Garden has reintroduced what may be the best offer of all time. This comes to us by way of Internet Hall of Fame. I've also got some more details for us from Olive Garden specifically. But Olive Garden has this to say, bringing back their never-ending pasta pass. Never-ending pasta pass costs $100, okay? And for 13 weeks, from August 31st to November 22nd, customers get unlimited pasta dishes, no limits on visits. Come again and again and again and again and again and again, and you get never-ending buffet of pasta all one wants. Methinks that there has never been a better introductory offer to get feet inside of your store and tasting your various products that one would like others to have. I'd like to bring this up. And we'll start with you, Colin Doherty. Is this the greatest offer of all time? Does this backfire on Olive Garden in any way? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I hate this. I actually don't think this is gonna
Stop it.
I actually don't think this is gonna do well at all, given the current state of the protein maxing GLP-1ified economy. I don't think carbonated pasta is making a very big comeback push. Artisan pasta, very unique, very expensive pasta where you kind of treat yourself, that is making a really good push right now. But this idea of like mass feeding people slop of pasta for $100 when they are basically just like only focused on protein and GLP-1 to the gills, I think it's not a correct bet right now.
I wish that I had a sound to take away points from you. I wish that I could I'm going to do this one again. That's crazy. That is crazy. You are crazy. I think Jimmy Kim might agree with me. Jimmy Kim, your thoughts on this, sir?
Dude, look, I know Colin, and he's high and mighty, living. I think he's in like Colorado, right? Like, so he's living with his opinions. Let's be real about the world, and let's think about the 80%, the 90% of the world, and what they do love. You know what they do love? They love never-ending pasta and 84 freaking days of pasta that you could eat every day. They said unlimited visits, so you could go 2-3 times a day if you think about it. But that's 84 days for less than $1 a day. You could basically have a meal, multiple meals a day. And yeah, you might get sick and tired of it. But in a world where the economy and the senses of saving dollars right now is at an all-time high, I think that this is a huge way to get presence with Olive Garden. I think the real question is, what do they do following this offer that's going to keep people hooked? Is it a membership? Is it a $10 package deal? Something has to come out after, because capturing the top of the funnel is great, getting these people into it a hook, but you're about to wear a lot of people out on this food, and you've got to figure out how to keep them hooked afterwards for this to make money, right? This is a loss leader. That's what it's got to be, right? I think the majority of people, except minus maybe Colin, will not be a part of it, will be in it. And I mean, look, guys, like, okay, if I bought this thing for $100 and I went 4 times even over an 84 period day, you're freaking still in the green there, in my opinion.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're in the green. Cody, Wittick, your thoughts on this?
I think almost like the casinos, right? You got to be training some of these people to be doing some upselling, the waitresses and waiters to be you know, you get people in with the free drinks to keep them gambling. But yeah, Colin, I think you live in an echo chamber on GLP-1 protein maxing. When you think about 2/3 of the country is obese, and but I also at the same time, like, people are taking GLP-1s and also eating whatever the heck they want.
Totally,
so this kind of goes hand in hand.
This is my cold shot, and the thing is, Olive Garden is owned by Darden Restaurants, which is a publicly traded stock company, so it's owned by a holding company. This is my cold shot. I will say this backfires so badly because I think Olive Garden has done this dance multiple times, and everybody knows about this dance. And I think in the current economy that we have for what's going on, I think it totally backfires.
Let me give you some more details. I do think you have some points here, Colin, but let me give you some more details that I think I may win you over. Okay. The Pasta Pass, okay, there is a limited amount. There's a limited amount that are going to be dropped, which I think makes this more interesting. Okay.
That's kind of cool.
It makes this more interesting. Your very own Pasta Pass. How many are there? Those are the details that I don't. I've got it. Only 10,000 passes available. Okay. These are going to go live July 16th. So it's today. It's today at 2 p.m. Eastern.
We got to cancel the show. We got to go to Olive Garden.
You know,
we got 45 minutes.
Jack, we should try and get one on show. We should try and get one live on show. I bet that they sell out instantly. That's my guess.
Are you close to an Olive Garden, Chris?
I am not, but they are building one. They're building one. Yeah, they're going to build
a live show at Olive Garden.
I think so. I think
eating
so.
pasta while doing the show.
David Herman has hosted D2C dinners at Olive Garden.
It's a cheap way to host a dinner. Get 20 passes, host a dinner. It's way cheaper than freaking paying for a sponsorship.
Exactly. So 10,000 passes available. It's going live in about 45 minutes. And you also get never ending first course of soup or salad and breadsticks. I think with the way things are going with groceries, average prices, people are spending 30% more than a few years ago. I think all of these are going to get gobbled up. I think the bigger point is, what do people do afterward? I would be pumped. Like if I were 22, I would get this thing and I would use it like every other day for 13 weeks, and I would carb load for like 3 months, and I would feel great about it.
Walking season.
Where's the Gen Z influencers that are going to in store and buying some of these and posting on TikTok? That's what I would be doing if I was Olive Garden.
Yeah, and maybe it's to come. The thing that I think, Colin, your point that you bring up here, I do wonder, like, let's say somebody gets this and they do it. Like, let's say there's a TikTok creator. They go all in. They're going every day, maximizing. Somebody does some like day 30 of eating never-ending pasta bowl, whatever. If they get enormously fat and then they talk about how like they never want to eat pasta ever again, or they never want to go to Olive Garden ever again.
Super Size Me. Remember Super Size Me? The
Super Size Me, Olive Garden style.
The whole thing about McDonald's every day. You could do Olive Garden every day, and it would only cost you $100 to do it.
Dude, there's a creator I follow on YouTube, giving you guys a glimpse into like what I watch. There's a creator I follow on YouTube that his challenge he did was every single meal he was going to do had to be from the Cheesecake Factory, and he had to eat his way through the Cheesecake Factory menu, the entire menu. And he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like 3 weeks in, he was like, this sucks. I am not having fun.
And that menu is like a Bible. It is so big.
Huge. He was like, also, I'm spending like $1,000 a week on food, just like Cheesecake Factory. And I'm like exhausted by this. I don't know how many times you actually go. That's like the big thing is like, I just don't know how many times you actually go.
Well, okay. So I think this is smart. This is smart because they're launching it today. You cannot use it until August 24th. So you're launching it today. There's going to be the big launch. There's going to be a lot of hubbub. People are going to forget. People are going to forget. 4 weeks, 6 weeks going to go by. People are going to forget that they ever got it. They're going to get the pop. Some people are going to do it. There'll be some media that comes out about it. I think the big question is, and I like the delayed start for them because it is a loss leader. You know, they don't want to lose too much money. But I think the bigger question is, how do they follow up with this? What do they introduce artisanally on the backside to keep people coming back? And I will say, though, it is interesting. It is interesting. I want to see more of this. Red Lobster, can we bring back some never-ending shrimp? Can we see some TikTok challenges associated with that? You know, I think there's more here. An incredible offer to get our attention, to say the least. Would you agree with that, Colin Doherty?
I don't even think it's a good offer. I think it's I think it's a used offer that they have had time and time again. And I think that they need to have some more interesting things.
We need around the horn negative points.
Producer Jack, I need a down point sound effect by tomorrow. Write that down with the notes. Let's talk about that post-show. Moving forward, gentlemen, to our stories of the day. On our way, let us talk about universal ads. If your growth is plateauing on search and social, it is time to rethink TV. Universal ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance. Get access to both premium streaming and linear inventory, all in the same place. There's no hidden markups on said media, which has been a big problem with CTV in the past. 100% of your dollars are going to work for you. Campaign setup and management feels just like search and social. Be up and running in minutes. It's TV designed that delivers for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use the code UA Cowboy. You get $1,500 in matched ad credits. TV is absolutely back. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. Speaking of things that are back, gentlemen, Whatnot has acquired an AI tool service company of sorts called Shaped, which I was not aware of. Producer Jack, bring up this article. Just want to give you a few details before we go around the horn on this live stream shopping app Whatnot announced yesterday, that it has acquired Shaped, a machine learning company that specializes in real-time recommendation and search systems. Deal is meant to strengthen Whatnot's discovery and personalization capabilities as the platform continues to expand across new product categories and millions of buyers. According to the company, acquisition helps Whatnot continue its investment in AI as it looks to solve one of live commerce's biggest challenges, which is helping shoppers find the right products while inventory, auctions, and buyer demand change in real time. Unlike traditional e-com platforms where product catalogs remain relatively stable, Whatnot's marketplace is constantly evolving and changing, and live auctions can end within minutes. Last quote here from VP of Data and AI at Whatnot. By combining Shaped's technology with Whatnot's existing systems, we can make recommendations faster, more responsive, and more personalized as inventory changes by the second. Show starting and continuously buyer intent shifts throughout a show. Apparently Shaped has they have processed more than 500,000 hours of live video and millions of real-time interactions every week. So I don't know if Whatnot was already working with them in some capacity and then just decided to acquire them. It is interesting to say the least, and I am very bullish on live shopping in general. We start with you, Jimmy Kim. Your thoughts on this? Do you like this for Whatnot?
Yeah, dude. I think Whatnot they're obviously clearly pioneering what is live shopping and bringing this in, though we're probably a decade late compared to maybe like a China or somewhere overseas. But it's good to see the continuous investment of dollars happening. I mean, I think Whatnot raised a bunch of money recently, and they've been definitely growing, and there's a lot of new competitors in the horizon that are starting to show up right now, which means that I think that the channel is starting to rise. It feels like kind of a little bit like the TikTok early days, ultimately, maybe 3 years ago. And I think that we're finally starting to see some traction. People are into it. I mean, God, the amount of people who love the whole live interaction, the live show, the ability to buy something right there and then, it is like a frenzy. And the people who are hooked, it's like a drug. I feel like when I see people doing live shopping, I don't even know if these people need this kind of stuff. They just buy it because that's what it comes down to. So I think it's good for the market. I think it's a continuous showing that the market is working, it is improving, and they're focusing on innovation, not like trying to fix customer acquisition or any of this stuff. They're really focusing on how do they move forward right now. So good thing for them.
Cody, Wittick, are you a Whatnot entertainer, enjoyer, peruser, buyer, live streaming, live shopping, bullish, bearish? Your thoughts on this, sir?
I think bullish. It also just represents, how human nature. It's QVC. It's day trading. I mean, ultimately, that's what day trading is, right? It's live shopping. You're seeing in real time how the market is behaving. So I think it's smart by Whatnot. You more and more, as people are more and more distracted, you have to put the most relevant thing in front of them. So I think it's smart by them.
Colin, do you remember our convo with John Roman and how they developed their own personalized software system in the background to be able to handle what inventory they have, what's available, how they can bundle? I think you remember this conversation, which I feel like was one of the most important of the year for us. What do you make of this? Do you think this continues to grow Whatnot, or is TikTok ultimately going to eat them up with TikTok auctions, etc.? What do you make of this?
Yeah, I mean, it is the three-legged race right now. It's going to be between Whatnot, TikTok, and then also I'd like to throw in eBay in there. eBay's making a really big push into live right now. They just had John Daly do a live for the whole day and pushing out golf stuff. And so they're tapping new celebrities pretty consistently to try to sell out some stuff. They're kind of making this forte into it. They're already really well equipped to do it as well, given their business model. So I love this. I think it's a huge day to be the head of data at Whatnot, given the fact that you just got a whole gob of data to mess around with. But it is a three-legged race, and it's going to be a sprint. They need as much data as physically possible because the algorithm needs to absolutely cook people to purchase as many things as possible.
TikTok is definitely a little wary of Whatnot.
For sure.
They're a little scared. We got word as of late that they are pushing auctions hard on TikTok right now because of Whatnot's rise, etc. The reason that I love this so much, not just for like the re-commerce reselling side of our industry, but also for brands, is that how does one get in front of more eyeballs with live shopping? You just get sweaty. It doesn't cost me more dollars. I just actually do the scary thing and I turn on the camera and I put myself out there. And with a few gamifying mechanisms that have been elucidated on the show, Braden Flack himself, single guy, he got 500,000 likes on a live selling stream session that he did himself. Okay, talk about impressions and movement. It's a way to get eyeballs. And so this is what I love about it so much. Not that it's going to become the best performing channel of any commerce perhaps for brands, but I'm bullish on it for this fact is that you can get eyeballs for free. It just costs sweat. And what I love about this is that the ever-changing nature of what's available and what is gone now, perhaps Whatnot is solving for that and surfacing more things to enable both shoppers and buyers to do more and sell more and to be aware. I wonder if this gives them a jump on the TikTok auction race. eBay, I find interesting. If the guy from GameStop had bought them, I'd be like, eBay's unstoppable.
Yeah, Ryan Cohen.
At this point, though, I feel like eBay's like going the way of the dinosaur, man. If
they
don't get somebody,
they just brought on John Daly. So
it's like the last generation of things, right? It's like a legacy player almost, but there's still always a market for stuff like that. So it makes sense. eBay would be doing more educating in this market, I think, than someone like Whatnot, because I feel like Whatnot, they started off in the right place with collectibles and shoes and different things, where eBay is trying to catch up, and their model is still going to be a little bit different because, you know, how many people are going to be live shopping for some, like, I don't know, like a closet or a cabinet or something like that versus the collectibles and things. And that's what the majority of stuff that sells on like Whatnot still continues to be. And so I think the captive market is something that I think about when I think about how does someone win right now. And then TikTok, of course, is doing this whole mass market appeal, which is kind of unique, but I'm sure it's just going to be like the Uber Lyft story. Everyone's going to start streaming on Whatnot and TikTok at the same time and selling stuff at the same time. And there'll be some tools that are there that are designed to like protect your inventory from it. But that's probably where I see it going. And again, we're just trying. I mean, this whole mobile shopping thing or this live shopping thing is still a new thing for the US.
I wonder if there's going to be live selling agencies that pop up and crop up and do well. I really do.
There already are. There's shops and different like stands. And in LA, there's places where you can go rent little studios just to do live shopping, and like they'd set it all up for you and give you everything, and you just go up there and talk, you know? So I think it's coming.
Last thoughts on this, Colin Doherty?
Yeah, I think also as far as also impressions, there's also real revenue being made here. We had Ryan Beltran, the CEO of Original Green, on the show Monday, and he was talking about he's investing basically $16,000 a month into his TikTok shop directly, and he's getting millions upon millions of impressions. And he said very specifically, I can't quantify this. There is no conversion metric that I can point, but I can feel it in the business that it's lifting up the rest of the business. Also, as an aside, he got $100,000 wholesale order from a corporate company, and she said, "Hey, by the way, I saw you on your live. I just wanted to reach out. I'm placing this wholesale order for $100,000." So it's like, yeah, I want to be in more eyeballs. More eyeballs equals more eyeballs for my brand, net, regardless of who they are, where they are.
Hey, have you guys seen this product, Smile Plus? Zoom in on me, producer Jack.
Oh, you got it.
See this? I got this. And this
Is
product,
it good?
familiar form factor. Okay, it's a pouch, Zen-esque. Okay, but it's caffeine. Okay, there's no nicotine, and it's got like whatever the stuff is that's like your natural teeth's like product or ingredient or whatever element. Like it's supposed to like make your teeth stronger. I don't even know if it works. Yeah, enamel-ish, yeah, but they call it like hydroxy
fluoride, and all that stuff. I'm guessing
something like that. Hydroxypatate, something. Okay, somebody needs to be doing like Billy Mays live infomercials on this thing every single day, because pouch users, especially those who are concerned about their teeth, etc., this thing is going to absolutely go bananas. The only thing I will say is that I wish that it did was that it burned. You need a little burn. You know, a pouch user.
Alcohol.
They need something. They need something. A little I don't know, some kind of spicy in there. Something that's gonna burn my mouth.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper. I think
God, he would love that.
That's probably the move. Second story of the day here, gentlemen. Meet Chip. Okay, there is a new, perhaps the next American car. I know Jimmy's big car guy. He's going to love this one, I think. Can you bring this up, Producer Jack? So this tweet came to us from Jameson I Am. And play this for us. You can go sound off, and I'll just describe as we play here. Okay, this is like a Cars-esque car. Okay, It is a robot. Actually talks to you. It's got the eyes. It's got the sound. I mean, it looks like a glorified golf cart. It starts at $15,000. Okay, I think it's street legal. It's got the iPad on there, like the Tesla. And obviously, they're driving through the neighborhood, nice neighborhood. All the other families are jealous. And, you know, the car's talking to soccer mom as soccer mom drops kids off at the practice, etc. And she's like having great convo with the car. I don't know if this is like genius or if it's like never gonna work. Cody Wittick, you're shaking your head. Let's start with you on this one. What is your thoughts?
It could just be me, but I have enough people talking to me. I don't need more things talking to me. I don't know. Sometimes I feel this way with like a Tesla. I'm like, I just want an actual physical button instead of just like everything being touchscreen and through an app and everything. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the talking. I mean, it's kind of an upgraded golf cart, but
yeah,
I'm not sure about it, especially the talking piece. It's like I don't know. It feels too much.
Too Disney, Colin Doherty.
I think it's cool. I would like a little buddy that'd be like, yo, what's up, dude? Let's hop in today and let's ride around. That sounds kind of fun, but it is a little too small. So like the big push here is this going to replace the golf cart for the country club-esque suburban area? Like, is this going to replace all the golf clubs in Highland Park? I don't know. If it does, then it's a home run, but that's kind of the only avenue here. I don't see this competing with a Tesla, with a Cybertruck, with anything that is serious on the road. It's just not big enough, and there's not enough really there to really kind of make this an official awesome car to drive. If it self-drove, I would feel a little bit more bullish about it. I think it just self-parks, and so that makes me a little bit less bullish about it. But 15 grand, maybe.
Jimmy, you are the car connoisseur here. What do you think of Chip?
Because I'm a car connoisseur. I don't know this is really a car. I definitely am with you guys. This is definitely the disruption to the golf cart. I mean, if you read about him, right? So what was it? Fiat, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, released their version of it for $14K. They're doing this one for $15K. All we're seeing, and so I live in a community. I own a golf cart. I've got golf carts everywhere in this community. The price point of this golf cart is slightly higher than what you'd buy a new club car for, one of these kind of golf carts for right now. And then it's got a bunch more technology. But the thing that I've learned is many places I've lived in my life, golf carts only work in certain areas and communities because of the speed limit, because of the 25-mile-an-hour ability that these cars have. So I think this is a very natural adoption of AI, robotics, and now coming after a market segment that people believe that they can disrupt. And I actually am agreeing with this, and I'm actually excited because it's going to push down the price of the regular golf cart. It's going to start introducing stuff, and we're going to get to a place where we're going to see $30,000 golf carts, but they're not going to be called golf carts because that sounds cheap. They're going to be, I don't know, a small EV, robotics EV, whatever the heck the category they're creating. So I would say category creation is occurring based on a market that is already out there, and I have no idea what the golf cart community market is, but I guarantee you the golf cart community market is pretty big, and this is why people are willing to come after it.
Yeah, I find this interesting for this specific segment. It's the golf cart community. It's the people who live. Yeah, scroll down here, producer Jack. This is their website.
Like $2.2 billion is the TAM they're saying right now.
2.2.
Yeah, there's also the 6 seat too. I saw on the website.
Yeah,
but yeah. So there's a 6 seat
by 2034, $3.7 billion projected TAM. So they're making a bet on the TAM basically.
Yeah.
And so you can compare it to like the size of an SUV, the size of a truck. You can customize the way it looks.
This is the facts. It only goes 20 miles an hour. You can only drive it on a posted speed
limit. That's what I'm saying.
35 miles an hour.
Why do you need maps for? Why do you need an iPad for this? Like you don't know where you're going because you're going to be driving 2 miles.
Vibes, Cody. Vibes.
I'm into the electronic part of it. I think that's cool as heck.
But then, like, why not just buy a slate?
Because it's $25,000 and this is only $12,000 or $15,000.
Yeah, but it's like, might as well just get a slate because then it's just, I'm paying 10 grand more and then it's going to be so much faster, street legal. I feel comfortable taking everybody everywhere and I still get all the EV stuff. This is like a slate if you just can't afford one, you know? It's like, I don't know. I'd rather get an electric Polaris. I'd rather get an electric Polaris and just rip that around the golf cart.
Jamie, the only thing I like that you said is if it drives down the price of a golf cart, because I would love to buy one.
See, there's good for it. This is very much for that segment of golf cart buyers, in my opinion.
That's
you go to a nice luxury neighborhood and people want to show off. You should see the golf carts in my neighborhood. People have very, very nice golf carts. I did not buy one because I was unsure if I would love having a golf cart. And now that I have one, I really like it. And I probably want to buy it. And so now it's going to become the car guy in me is going to especially want the nicest, coolest thing. And if this is what's out there for $15,000, I mean, I'm probably a buyer.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. I think the face is cool. Like nobody's like recreated cars, you know,
kind of cute.
So it's like, okay, the thing can talk to me. Like my 12-year-old is going to love that. Okay. Yeah. The Chip Go. Okay. So it can park. It can go fetch stuff like groceries for you, etc. Okay, the go home. Look at how they're advertising this. They say late night. Whoa. You can just call your Chip to you.
Wow. You should have picked this up.
I mean,
this changes everything, Chris. You should have led with that.
Dude, product market fit is fantastic.
I'm a believer now.
Yeah, dude, you buried the lead here. This is incredible.
You know, I think, hey, a $15,000 golf cart that's got an animated face and can pick me up when I've had a late night.
Chris, I feel bait and switched. You took it out.
I'm just looking at, I'm thinking of like the real use cases for this of just like a guy just like at the bar in his neighborhood blacked out and he's like, bring me home. And he's like, and his golf cart's just talking back to him like, get in the car, please. He's like, bring me home. Please get in the car.
Like, you know, there's going to be some 21-year-old girlies who are very fashionably getting picked up from whatever place they were frequenting in their Chip Go and making it back home very fashionably and putting it on TikTok. Maybe something here. $30
reserve. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, maybe. Reserve it for just a few bucks. Reserve that bad boy. Maybe some consumer trends to follow here. Apparently, multiple people are excited about the $15,000-ish luxury golf cart segment. We've been seeing this a lot. Very interesting.
For sure.
Last story of the day here, gentlemen. Lemme, Kourtney Kardashian's GLP-1, naturalish GLP-1, just got popped. They are being sued. New class action filed against them. Rob friend of the show, had this to say on it, reporting here. The complaint alleges that Lemme marketed the supplement as a natural alternative to Ozempic and Wegovy. I didn't even know this existed, to be honest. Calling GLP-1 the unhunger hormone and claiming clinical studies supported weight loss benefits, but consumers say the studies Lemme relied on show that participants actually experienced no changes in body weight, BMI, or caloric intake, while Lemme touted a 17% increase in GLP-1 levels. The complaint alleges that eating a meal increases GLP-1 by 400 to 900%. Prescription GLP-1 drugs produce concentrations 300,000 to 600,000% higher than resting levels, lasting 5,000 times longer in the body. Sounds like this is placebo. I didn't even know that this existed. Jimmy, your thoughts on this, sir?
Dude, well, the first thing that stood out to me is it says it's a natural supplement, right? So it's not actually GLP-1. So this is just a bad marketing thing that's getting caught up. They said, oh, what's the best way for people to come buy our supplement? That's all it really is. Well, let's go after the GLP-1 users and let's call it GLP-1 by the pill or whatever they called it, right? So ultimately, it's just bad marketing. Someone who's decided to take a bold stance on marketing, it definitely worked from a celebrity face promoting it. I'm sure it worked, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was probably just some white label supplement. I mean, that's probably the truth behind the story about what the product actually is. So that's my thoughts.
Cody Wittick, you're a health guy. You're a healthy guy. You work with a lot of influencers, LeBron, okay, and a number of others. You and LeBron are bookies. You're always texting each other. He's wearing
bookies is crazy.
Wearing your rings whenever you got something for him to wear. Were you aware of this? I didn't even know that this was a thing.
No. Besides the fact that GLP-1 is a natural occurring hormone in the body, so there are things that you can help reduce this, but not surprised that they're getting sued because, I mean, we're going to see more and more of these. I mean, Rob could put his entire Twitter thread on these products themselves just because of, and we've worked with some companies that, you know, tout natural GLP-1 that I don't know if they're actually working or not, but yeah, there's just a crazy market right now.
Colin Doherty, sad day for telehealth. Your thoughts here?
I absolutely love this. I want to see bad actors get clapped continuously. And I think this is just poor marketing through and through.
Yeah.
It's just poor, not well thought out campaign, along with misinformation of data. The vast difference between a supplement and a medically prescribed GLP-1 is just a night and day difference. And so I'm a big fan of this. I want to see this happen. We're going to see this happen a ton, by the way, moving forward, because there are a ton of bad actors in the space right now. And I think it's good for the community. I am all for people scaling up their business, but I am very, very for even more transparency in supplements and transparency in what you're putting in your body. And I think that is the health of the consumer is the utmost priority.
Wow. I don't know if Kourtney's going to come on the show now, Colin.
The rest of the business will be fine. They're just going to get hit with a fine. They're going to have to take it off, and the rest of the actual gummy supplements will continue through and through. The business will be fine, but this will just be like a little bit slap on the wrist.
Gentlemen, we appreciate you making the time to join us. Final words, recommendations before we go here, Jimmy Kim.
You should go to commerceroundtable.com, use code Cowboy, get 40% off, and we'll see you on September 21, 22.
I agree heartedly. Cody Wittick, final words for you before we go.
Go to commerceroundtable.com and use Cowboy at checkout.
I agree. I totally agree.
There you go, Jimmy.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We will see you next week, and we appreciate you, brothers. Thank you.
You guys.
Thank you. Two class acts, and yeah, you got it flying today. You do. Wow. You got it flying.
I gotta button it up. Jeez.
Yeah, sometimes you got to button it up. Moving forward here to some industry news, which I have a custom sound effect for this. Moving forward to some big wins in industry news, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Proxima AI. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. Most brands, marketers brief from instinct. What ad's been performing well? Let's change them up, hand them off to the creative team. Problem's not effort. is that there's no signal from your actual buyer. Proxima changes this. Okay, read your conversions across real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands, shows you exactly who's buying what else they're responding to, and where your account has creative gaps. You just connect your Meta, connect your Shopify. Proxima maps every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph, and suddenly the gaps inside your account become visible. Every brief that you get thereafter, all grounded in the commerce graph. You're not briefing from a blank page anymore. You're getting a feed of creative briefs. First 3 free every month. Stop the slot. Go to Proxima.ai. Many thanks for Proxima being part of the show. Now, some industry news that I am ready for.
Big win.
Big
I like
wins.
I like it. That's a good one.
Big wins everywhere had all around. This one surfaced to us by @Patty Clearly. Gary V, the one and only Gary Vaynerchuk, has become a partner at Paul Street. Did you know this, Commodore?
Yeah, incredible.
Incredible news.
Yeah.
Incredible news. I'd like us to watch this video, Producer Jack, because it's big. It's big for Patty and Aaron over at Paul Street. Go ahead and play this for us.
Seeing your own. That's what I would name this chapter.
Volume up, Jack.
3.5 years later, to now be sitting here and saying Gary Vaynerchuk is doing the same thing with us, I can't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's surreal.
I'm just gonna go very real here. I see someone who genuinely believes in what they're building. I also see an entrepreneur that knows he's better than the competitive set. And I appreciate that audacity.
It doesn't change our vision. It doesn't change the goal of what we are trying to achieve for our clients. Like I said, I see this moment as stamp of approval. Gary said to me last night was,
I see so much of myself in them.
I would title this next chapter with Gary, The Summit.
Spotlight.
Seeing your own.
The news that we're about to announce is...
All right. Some more news. Some more news. Baller.
Crazy.
Baller
Yeah.
drop. Great video.
Huge fan of Patty, by the way. I used to work closely with him back in the heyday under Rava, and big fan of Patty and everything he's doing there at Paul Street. I think they're crushing over there. And again, looping up, getting Gary V. Gary V is coming very into what we're doing and into our ecosystem slowly and surely. Speaking at Commerce Roundtable, he's doing the things with Bart and Dad Gang, becoming a partner there. Now he's going and a part of Paul Street. I mean, he is seeing some stuff, and I would say you can correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but this is my opinion. I think Gary sees around corners. I think he sees 3 or 4 steps ahead of the general market and how the market is seeing things right now.
He totally does. He always does, which is why he was so big on Facebook ads a long time ago. He was telling us all, you think they're expensive now? Guys, this is like buying real estate in Malibu.
Yeah.
Like, decades ago. Okay, things are going to get expensive. They're not expensive now. Spend as much as you can. Was he right on that? Of course that he was. Organic social. Was he right on that? Of course he was. Instagram DMs. Was he right on that? Of course he was. Now live selling, and it's true. It's true. He is slowly but surely making his way more and more into D2C Ecomm in a very specific way. D2C consumer CPG. I mean, he's like getting in there. He had the crypto foray into NFTs. I think he's still bullish on NFTs long term. But it's very interesting and awesome to see him like get more and more involved on the service side with Paul Street, on the brand side with Dad Gang, in our world. I like it. I like it. And it makes me excited about what he may be seeing that maybe others aren't. I mean, for sure there is big money that's coming into subscription-based businesses like Marsmen, like Groons. Now with IM8, et cetera, there is like big industry money coming into our space again. And Gary V getting involved in a personal way. It makes me want to know, what does Paul Street have coming up next?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
We need to clip this. We need to clip this. We need to tag Gary V. Gary V, you got to come onto the show.
Yeah.
5-8 minutes. Jump on the show. Tell us what you're excited about, what you're seeing in e-commerce that's making you want to get involved again, and talk to us about analog. You're really beating the drum on analog right now. Talk to us about what you see on analog. This is your official invitation. 5-8 minutes. Let's rock and roll.
And Patty is coming. Patty is coming. We extended the invite to Patty. We just need to get him. We just need to get him a calendar link and a slot. Congrats to Patty and Aaron, everyone over at Paul Street. Looking forward to what is to come next. More acquisition news here. Social Commerce Club. Jordan West has been acquired. This one, actually, this has a video too. Let's scroll down and watch this, producer Jack. Start from the front, give us volume.
The biggest company announcement we have ever made at Social Commerce Club. We've been building something behind the scenes, and today I finally get to share it. Social Commerce Club has been acquired by Podean, the biggest independent global marketplace agency. And for me, this is not just a deal. This is the next chapter in what we've been building in TikTok Shop, creator commerce, live selling, and social commerce. Number one, SEC keeps its brand, and our team keeps building. Parker will lead the SEC group, and I will continue leading strategy, growth, and marketing. I am unbelievably proud of this team. And honestly, guys, we are just getting started.
Wow. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I don't think that I knew that they were doing live selling. I thought
that's pretty wild.
I thought the whole thing was just TikTok Shop, TikTok Shop, TikTok Shop. I didn't know that they were involved in live selling. But Jordan West, who's an OG in our space, brand owner, agency operator, he pivoted several years ago when TikTok Shops came out and went all in.
All in.
I mean, even after like there was a big hubbub for a long time, like is TikTok going to be allowed in the US? Like he had already gone all in and he just kept pushing forward. and you know, we had heard over the years and months, of course, when we had him on the show a couple of times, that they were working with like the biggest brands in North America.
Yeah.
And man, incredible for them. I was not aware of Podean. There's like all these giant entities, it seems, in the agency world that I just had never even heard of them.
Yeah.
But largest independent marketplace. I'm missing some of the words there, but very impressive.
Yeah, this is incredible. And this is basically a celebration of a called shot many years ago.
It is.
Jordan had a called shot and he basically pushed in all of the chips and said, I am not going to do the traditional agency that I've already previously set up. I have the foundation. I have the system in place to do this traditional agency that I've already built out. I have clients for it, all of that. I'm going to shift the entire thing into TikTok Shop focus. Doing it then, a lot of people thought he was bananas. Like, dude, what are you doing? You have this really amazing agency. It seems like you're kind of doing this one thing that like, we don't know if it's going to work out or not. And he totally called his shot. And this is that payoff of a called shot many years ago. Great work to him.
And I will say there was like a lot of people at the time, and there's still talk of this, but there was a lot of people saying like, I don't know, man. TikTok Shop, like, is anybody actually profitable on that thing? Now, I know it's exciting, but Ambro, he just kept pushing, and they've worked with the biggest and the brightest brands on the internet, and now this gigantic acquisition and continue to move forward with SCC. Congrats, man! It's awesome for him, and
really huge,
and good sign. Good sign.
Yeah, great sign.
Everyone in our space. Next, a little mini celebration here. Okay, this comes to us from Tina Donati. Hope I'm saying that right. Sabrina Carpenter's team is now using simple bundles. Tina is celebrating this, looking at it. Look, Sabrina Carpenter's team, they aren't playing around. They signed up for simple bundles. It's live within 24 hours. She says, this is the face I can't help but make whenever my favorite celebrities sign up. Love these adorable, short and sweet fragrance bundles. You can see Sabrina here on the page, and scroll over. She's got scroll over, producer Jack, to the left or to the right. Yeah, you can see them using simple bundles on the PDP. Go one more to the right. And this is like so cool. And it's the power of the internet that you can create something that then like the biggest people in the world like use to help like fuel their website. And dude, like this happens every now and again. Like when we had Josh on here, and turns out his agency was like working with Kim Kardashian to do like something inside of retail. Like every now and again, there's like these incredible things that happen like this. It's like the power of the interwebs.
Yeah, I mean, or Tory Rowe working with the Biebs. It's
just
exactly. Like, he's rocking and rolling. Amazing for Tina, and she has been an incredible player within our space for forever. Excited to see her at .dev as well. She will be at .dev. Excited to see her there. Congrats to Sabrina Carpenter for getting hooked up with the right person, and they're going to make a lot of money from this.
Methinks that they are. Last here, perhaps a big win. Perhaps a big win, especially for those who are Codex pilled inside of our space. There's an OpenAI keyboard. It now exists. No need to have your Darth Vader mask.
Oh, perfect.
There is a keyboard for doing what you want to do. This article comes to us by way of TechCrunch. Amid hardware legal battle, OpenAI releases a $230 keyboard for Codex. Let me read here a little bit and we'll see. Yeah, show us the picture here, producer Jack. Scroll down a little bit. I will read for us. OpenAI is officially entering the hardware market with the launch of a $230 light-up keyboard designed to pair with its AI coding assistant Codex Micro, co-designed with specialty keyboard designer Work Louder, who they make like such cool stuff.
Love their stuff. Yeah, it's so good.
Work Louder stuff, just because it's cool. Not that I need it, but I want it.
Yeah, we should get Work Louder keyboards.
Co-designed with specialty keyboard designer Work Louder, being advertised as a fancy new way for ChatGPT users to manage their fleets of AI coding agents, semi-autonomous bots that can write and execute code with little human input. The device comes equipped with light-up agent keys that show agent status. Kind of awesome. I wonder how it does that. Customizable command keys that act as shortcuts for frequent Codex actions, and a joystick for launching common workflows. I kind of dig the joystick. It also has a dial that adjusts how much reasoning, essentially how much time and computing power an agent uses on a given task, agent reasoning level. Idea is that instead of managing your agents through your phone or desktop app, you can now use the Micro as your command center for agentic work. Also probably just look really cool sitting on your desk. Device is controllable and customizable via the ChatGPT desktop app. You like this? I do. It looks awesome.
I am so torn on this. It's unbelievable. Like, here's one point. I love the fact that they work with Work Louder. That's a perfect collaboration. It's probably one of the best people in the keyboard space to do it. Incredible product. 2, I like the fact that basically it's always on marketing and branding, because people will just have this sitting around on their desk. It's going to be branded with OpenAI stuff. You're going to go around to people's offices. You'll see it. It'll be right there. Part of me thinks this is like potentially a side quest.
It's totally a side quest.
Where I want them to just work on the model. Work on the model, improve the model, potentially improve the ads manager product. I don't know if I want you to be releasing these little like cutesy hardware things that are like not really like your main product. And like they're burning an ungodly amount of money every month. Like a historic amount of money every single month they are burning of VC dollars. And if I'm like a VC and you're like, yeah, but we just dropped this cool little cutesy keyboard. They're like, bro, I gave you $50 billion. I don't want to see a cutesy little keyboard. I want to see a model that's going to basically build a rocket ship. Like,
does anybody have that kind of pull with them though? I mean, I feel like they've like raised so much money from so many people. Like, who has the pull to say like, hey, like we got to trim back the side quests?
Microsoft.
Microsoft could do that.
Yeah, they have enough. They have enough equity within OpenAI to probably do it. I think they own like 20% or something.
It's super cool.
It's cool, but like, dude, it should like they shouldn't be doing this right now.
We don't need it. Nobody needs it. But
it's cool,
but it's pretty awesome.
They don't need it. I hate that I like their turnaround right now of what they've done from a branding standpoint with the
They've done a good job.
commercials.
They have.
With this, they're more like winsome. Stop having Sam on stage be like, yes, and then humanity. And you're like, is this guy even alive? Like, I like it. I don't want to like it because I want them to focus on the main thing.
I would like to hear what Jacob Posel thinks of this. Jacob ordered it. He ordered.
Oh, he ordered it?
Yeah, he ordered it.
Of course he did.
Here's my question: like, can I use it for Claude? I mean, can I use it for anything else?
Why
or
not?
No? It's like only chat. You know,
That's like, it's kind of like a lot just to like, yo, I'm gonna use this just for chat. It's like, okay,
it's kind of swaggy though. You know,
it's swaggy.
If you're like, if you're Codex pilled and you're a developer and you're AI, what, you know, you want one of these things.
Yeah, I guess also the TAM is like senior software engineers that are making like 500 grand in San Francisco. So it's like they don't even care. I guess it's like kind of a cool little collectible thing too if they did a limited version.
You know, bro, they're selling these things in C stores out in San Francisco. You know, everybody's going to buy these out in San Fran, out in SF. Excuse
me,
not San Fran, SF. I think it's awesome and cool. I think Work Louder is awesome. So
I love Work Louder.
I'd love it if they would do a Claude version of this.
I think they will. Like but the thing is, like, I feel like Claude is so focused on shipping actual product that they are not going to be like, cool, that's a distraction. No thanks.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so. Last of our big news here. I have to show this. Okay, I got a special package this morning.
Look at that thing.
Zoom in here, producer Jack. I
Golly.
want the people to see this. Okay, this is a bottle of Blanton's, which I didn't know. Okay, but I hear it's good. I hear that Blanton's is very special. Okay, I wonder if I'm making Whiskey Nate Lagos slightly jealous right now. Sent our way by Common Thread Collective, the one and only CTC, did a series with them, Models and Moments. It was live, happened after the show over a 4-week period, talking to some incredible companies. We talked to Sunday Red, we talked to Taste Salute, we talked with Skull Candy, you know, what's going on with them, specific moments that they had, how they plan for that in their marketing calendar, et cetera. You know, I have to say, I appreciate it. Momentous. I don't know if I should consume it or if I should just put it on the wall of fame back here. Part of me thinks we just put it on the wall of fame. Colin, your thoughts?
Absolutely. It is truly an incredible liqueur. Save that for a special thing. It's that good.
I do have good news to report. I took a picture of this and I texted Taylor Holiday, and the streak of non-response is over. He texted me back, celebratory moment. Okay. He texted me back, and I said, "You and me," and he said, "Done." He said,
Done.
"Yes,
Let's
done."
go!
Exclamation point. So many thanks to the CTC team. Very much enjoyed doing the Models and Moments series with them, and you know, bullish on everything that's happening in e-commerce, in the agency world, and brands, etc. Now, coming inside of this show, we have the one and only John McDermott. Okay, writer extraordinaire. Okay, he is a content marketer. He is the founder of McDermott Media. This guy is like, his work is like featured in everything. Okay, he's written with the New York Times, the Guardian, Rolling Stone, Esquire, GQ, Wired, the Atlantic, Politico, Fast Company. Okay, he has written about everything. I'm particularly interested in his work, his writings, his musings upon the clipping economy.
Yeah.
He had a piece released here not long ago where I think he was talking about Clav, who's like always popping on the timeline. Clipping, especially though, very relevant inside of our community because everybody's always looking for cheap, free-ish as possible CPMs. How can I go from paying Meta $50 to $100 per 1,000 impressions to finding a way to get cheaper impressions, more eyeballs on our product, etc. So very relevant in Ecomm and what we are doing here on the side of consumer. Before John comes inside of this show, let us talk about Postscript and Northbeam. Northbeam, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in your ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that. Sometimes it's hard to know which ad platform is telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data, starting from the actual purchase and rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and then pushes that measurement back into the ad platforms. So optimization runs on what's actually driving your revenue, not what they assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io. Book your demo today. We have the Northbeam Weather Report for media buying coming up later on in the show. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of this show. Postscript, ladies and gentlemen, focus is an amazing thing. When you focus, you get outsized results, and there's a reason why when people make the switch from whatever SMS partner they use to Postscript, they see a plus 22% increase in average SMS revenue. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being a top 1% account on the entire platform inside of a year. The secret is I just did what they said. And what they're saying is that you're leaving money on the table when your customers text you back. Go get the conversational report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversational report. Lots of deets there on Postscript, the situation today, and what their AI shopper enables you to do, having one-to-one conversations with your customers at scale while you're offline taking a mid-afternoon siesta. Go talk with Postscript. Tell them Colin and I sent you. Many thanks for Postscript being part of the show. Now, we must bring this man of words,
Let's go.
John McDermott, writer, speaker, being featured everywhere and in every way, and get his mind share on the clipping economy and more. Everyone, welcome the one and only John McDermott of McDermott Media. Appreciate you making the time to join us, John. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
John, I have been fascinated with what has been going on with clipping. It seems like the tech world has recently discovered it, but this is like it's been a thing like for some time.
Absolutely,
It's especially relevant inside of our little world in consumer, e-commerce, D2C. Everybody's looking. They're always looking for how can I get the cheapest and most amount of impressions as possible. Just if you would just back up for us a little bit here and tell us who wins with clipping? Is dead internet theory a total thing? And what's going on with all of this?
Well, I initially wrote this piece because I was pushing back on dead internet theory, which is a concept I kind of reject. I don't think 90% of the internet is fake. I don't think it's just a bunch of paid clippers seeding, astroturfing a bunch of viral phenomena. I think for the most part, a lot of people who are successful as clippers and whose clips go viral they go viral due to the merits of their content, due to people actually wanting to engage with it. And I was getting frustrated with this narrative. There was a big piece in Wired, for instance, about the band Geese.
Yes.
So there was a big piece in Wired about how essentially saying this band that is very popular, kind of jam bandy, kind of rock band, and I'm personally a fan of them, that all of their success, all of their fame is essentially fake because they hired a social media marketing team to create a bunch of clips, distribute them through TikTok, Instagram, and that is in part how I discovered this band. And I just remember thinking, it was like, okay, well, they marketed themselves, but that doesn't mean that people are going to stick around and listen to their songs. And it doesn't mean that my fandom of this band is in any way fake, not real, that my enjoyment, it's like, I remember I saw someone tweet after the Wired story came out. They were like, I thought Geese was a great band until I heard their songs. And it was like, sure, you can make a clip and you can engage in a social media campaign to get it in front of people, but they're not going to stick around if they don't like it. So this idea that the vast majority of engagement online is all fake. That is what these companies that engage in the clipping economy, they want you to believe. They want you to believe that you need to pay them millions upon millions of dollars to break through. And no one was questioning the incentives of them saying that. I mean, there's kind of a classic term that we use in journalism where someone says something that supports their business model, and it's like, well, yes, of course they would say that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Could, so
John,
I was kind of pushing back on that. Yeah.
Could you back a little bit into like kind of what clipping is? Could you explain it to the folks that don't fully understand it? Like what clipping is? How would a kind of somebody get involved with a clipping campaign? What does that look like from a kind of a monetary perspective? Just kind of back us up through kind of what this looks like for them.
Absolutely. So clipping, I mean, ironically, this might become a clip itself. So
it probably will. I think it will.
Exactly. We could be in a very kind of meta textual moment here. Clipping is taking a piece of video, typically a podcast such as this one, taking a select portion of it, reducing it to, I mean, it can be anywhere from 10 seconds to 30 seconds to a couple of minutes, but a choice selection from a larger video podcast, and then making it this bite-sized piece of content that is shared through TikTok, Instagram, X, whatever kind of social feed. And people predominantly think about it as kind of marketing for the larger brand, marketing for Ecomm Cowboy or marketing for whatever the bigger show is. What I found in my reporting is that the people who are doing this in the smartest way are treating clipping like a media channel unto itself. It doesn't matter if people think of it as some kind of top of the funnel play where you introduce somebody to a podcast. That is how I got introduced to Ecomm Cowboy. You guys had on one of my go-to sources, Kevin Simonson, who's
let's go.
And I saw his clip of it on X, and that's how we got in touch. But Kevin is a very smart guy when it comes to conversions and data analytics and the intersection of commerce and social. I saw him here about a comment he was making about Meta. And so what this does and what the best media companies do, they now treat this like a channel unto itself. So for instance, I talked to the people at Scratch Golf who recently had a very viral clip about of their interview with Jim Nantz. Telling his, if you know anything about golf or if you know anything about Jim Nantz, his hello friends greeting. They asked him about that. He told this really heartfelt story about how it was a way to kind of signal to his father, who was in the hospital at the time. And it's this origin that if you engage with sports, you've absolutely heard many, many times. It's his signature catchphrase in all of his broadcasts. But what the guys at Scratch Golf do is now they include clipping distribution in their assets. You will get X number of impressions from the podcast itself, plus an incremental Y number of impressions from all of the clips that we chop up and distribute. I talked to my friend Brandon Wiener, who works for Bro Bible, and he had a viral clip sensation when he recently interviewed John Taffer from Bar Rescue, talking about something, a question as simple as the best bar cities in the U.S.
All right.
He monetizes it through, you get performance bonuses through Instagram and Facebook.
I see.
If you reach certain viewership metrics. So as opposed to being this kind of way to kind of goose the numbers and fake your way into being popular, I see it as just another effective media channel.
Yeah.
Tell me this, John. I think on our side of the table, as far as consumer brand focused e-commerce, etc., the promise or the interesting piece is like, can I get more distribution and more eyeballs than what I would pay Meta for? Like that's like the interesting piece is like, are there some like hidden internet gremlins somewhere that can take this media and chop it up, and they've got like a fancy AI-ified way of just getting it to the masses, and that actually does better, or it's at least differentiated than what I am already doing for my ad dollars and my ad spend with Meta, etc. I feel like the jury is still out just from what I have seen in our little sector of the internet when it comes to, you know, e-commerce and such. Do you, I mean, in your reporting, I mean, what's the dollar amount, you know, for like impressions that people are seeing? Has it been, you know, it seems like it's winsome for musicians, winsome for internet personalities, etc. I don't know. I don't know if there's a corner of this that really works for like a D2C e-commerce focused brand. Have you seen anything on that?
I have not seen them be as successful as, to your point, individual creators or publishers with it. But if you wanted to as a brand, I would say just copy what they're doing, create great editorial content. And I think that's kind of part of why you see so much now, so many brands creating their own kind of, you know, brand journalism newsrooms and trying to create more consumer focused editorial content. And that seems more organic and that is going to travel organically. So I would say that that would probably be the best way. I can't give you a dollar amount as to, you know, what it's going to do to your distribution versus paid. But having covered Facebook since 2012, the same pattern is played out over and over and over again, which is a new way emerges to get organic traffic, and then Facebook figures out how to make you pay for it.
I think so.
It's just, I have written that exact story probably dozens of times, through its various Meta's various touch points.
John, I'd love to bring up the man, the myth, the legend himself in some respects, Clavicular, because it feels like he has built his entire success overnight through this use of clips. But what's really interesting is these viral clips, his actual stream is basically dwarfed by that. So does the original show for him actually matter anymore? Or is the long form show really just a kind of material engine for this clip machine?
I think both of those things can be true. I think that the long form show does, you know, you create it with the intent of mind, hey, we're going to chop this up, you know, into a dozen, 2 dozen pieces of discrete, individualized pieces of content. And a bunch of brands and publishers are taking that, but also with the understanding that, you know, not everyone's going to listen to every 3-hour episode of Rogan. But some people will, you know, the diehards will. And so if we think of it in marketing funnel terms, the clips are at the top of the funnel, and some people will want to engage at the top of the funnel. A little bit further down, some people might listen to part of the podcast, or, you know, in the marketing world, some people might become subscribers to the podcast. They might subscribe to your newsletter. They're all just kind of part of the mix. And I think the smartest people kind of understand that these different formats satisfy different engagement levels and different consumers.
Makes sense.
I really agree.
There seems to be there's a few companies that I'm aware of that do this. And actually, there was just somebody that we had on yesterday. Colin, who did we have on yesterday that mentioned
Cody?
Cody Schneider.
Cody
Schneider mentioned that they work with Double Speed, who, you know, does this. They have several accounts. They take your stuff, clip it up, etc. And there's another one that I'm aware of that's backed by A16Z. Maybe it's Double Speed. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But there seems to be like some gamification on the platforms, which is necessary. I'm not against. I'm not against like finding the best way to juice whatever algo. But I do know there's like a malicious way, perhaps, that you know, the various companies, the TikToks, the YouTubes, X, you know, doesn't like, that's, you know, maybe gamifying in a wrong way.
And especially the shadier the platform. So like on platforms like Kick, where Clavicular and all of these guys are on, they're paying people, you know, I've heard people throw around like $1 per impression for
for clip
views. That is what I heard from somebody, another friend of mine who works with individual creators. I call bullshit on that. I have a hard time believing that the CPMs are anywhere near that. But the point being, again, there are a lot of wannabe claviculars out there that are trying to clip their way to his success. And they're paying. Are you look maxing currently?
I'm gonna look max. I'm gonna look max first.
Colin is
max stack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of peptides.
Colin's just naturally handsome. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't, you know. What are those? Did you uncover like any, like, what does that gamification look like? What's malicious? Like, what are platforms trying to crack down on? I say this because Adam Mosseri at Instagram recently, came out with like, hey, we're cracking down on like what we would call brand pages or theme pages is what has been talked about in our world. We're cracking down on that. Did you uncover anything like that in your reporting?
Not specifically for this. I was mostly focused on people who are doing it ethically, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right. You see this all the time on X, where there will be a clip account whose entire job is taking viral clips that someone else made, ripping them, and distributing them as their own original pieces of content. And Nikita Beer at X has been particularly focused on this and cutting down on this, because you want to avoid original creators creating original content. And obviously this is made all the more complicated with AI and automated distribution. So it's just this constant cat and mouse game where, a clipping account goes up, it's ripping other people's content, and it's making whatever incremental revenue just by pumping out all of these viral clips. It gets shut down, another one pops up.
Yeah.
Hey, John, where do you think this goes 12 months from now? Like, does MrBeast launch his own clipping platform? Do music labels offer this as like a side service that like they're now offering to new artists? Like, where do you think this kind of bakes out 12 months from now?
I think they would be smart to. I think a good label would be smart to be like, hey, we're going to get you distribution on TikTok. We're going to forge a deal with them and have you be one of the trending songs. Because right now it's all these third-party agencies and social media marketing companies that are doing this on behalf of artists. Will MrBeast have his own clipping channel? That's interesting. A couple of different times individual creators have tried to go up against the main platforms and create kind of an independent, kind of creator-led analog.
Yeah.
And it just never really stuck.
Right.
The distribution that comes from being on YouTube is so incredible that I just don't think anybody could ever effectively wean itself off, which is kind of unfortunate, because what you essentially have are this oligopoly of distribution channels that are kind of controlled, as opposed to having many ones and having more competition in the market. But if someone did do it successfully, I think it would be very welcomed. I think it would be embraced by creators who would like to have a little bit more control over what the ad splits are and what their content is.
There you go. There's the call to MrBeast right there.
Well,
exactly. If anyone could do it, it would be him.
I think it's him. I think it's him.
Yeah, if anybody could do it, it would be him. One theme that we have often come back to here, John, on the show, and actually this was surfaced just by Isaac, who used to run Mini Katana before he sold it. Now he runs Canpie Candy, and he's got a service. He's got a media company service as well. But one thing that he put forth at the beginning of the year that I really do believe is that, especially in consumer, it's winsome and helpful for brands to, even they're not a media company, it's helpful to start thinking of themselves as a media company because of how necessary distribution, impressions, eyeballs on the internet have become in consumer, especially. It's needed. Like, think about like How can we, become our own kind of publisher of sorts, creating regular content, different formats, etc. Thinking of socials as a different kind of TV channel, so to speak, that people love to come back and watch. Would you agree with this?
100%. I joke around about it with my journalism friends, is that journalists have never been in higher demand, but to do anything but traditional journalism.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Salesforce has its own newsroom now, where they're
Does it
pumping out
really?
editorial content. Yeah.
Seriously?
The Trade Desk from your world.
Trade Desk.
I write for. They have The Current, which I contribute to. I read about ad tech. All of the major LLMs are staffing up editorial teams. Anthropic is paying people $300 to $400,000 to be a member of its editorial team, just to kind of the de-slopification of its content outputs, and to have it actually write with a nice editorial sense and not rely on all the tropes that people that can now easily flag as AI generated text.
Totally.
There's, I think, in this world, it's one of the reasons why I'm kind of weirdly bullish on journalism, is that in this world of AI generated content, the only thing that's really going to stick out is very humanistic narrative storytelling. And if you have that muscle that can't be replicated by a machine, then you are going to stand out. And the LLMs themselves need accurate, up-to-date information. Where better to get that from than journalists and then from news outlets? The actual dynamics of how the transactions will work and what it's cost, I mean, that's playing out. But I think it is a good cause for journalism to have a little bit of comeback.
Wow.
I love it. That's incredible.
Perhaps never a better time to be a man of words.
I would say so, absolutely. And I don't say that as just to be self-serving or wishful thinking. There have been many kind of fatalistic moments. I try to be honest with myself about it, but people are getting snatched up left and right. So
I think Anthropic needs to lop off you 300 or 400 bands, John, just to be around and visit the office every now and again, do a little deslopification.
Hey, they can hit my line whenever if they're paying.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
We love that.
That is so much more than any journalist could ever reasonably expect to make.
John, tell us like everywhere that we can like regularly read you, and tell us where to find you, follow you, read you. Like man, you've already surfaced so many things that I did not know about. Like, first of all, I didn't know Salesforce had a newsroom. Salesforce got a newsroom. That's crazy. Where can we find you, follow you, and regularly read you, brother?
You can find me on X. That's where I kind of have a kind of a mullet strategy to my content output, where I do it's kind of party in the front, like I'll write for Esquire and GQ and do a lot of consumer facing journalism. But by virtue of my years as a media reporter, I also know a lot about ad tech and MarTech. So I distribute a lot on LinkedIn, which is kind of the appropriate I would say channel for that. And then otherwise on X is probably the best way to find me. I'm at McDermott. So
at McDermott. Everybody go find and follow John at McDermott X and LinkedIn. John, we appreciate you making the time to join us, brother, and we appreciate what you do on the interwebs. I think we got to have you back. We got to find a good reason to have you back.
Absolutely.
And talk more of this. Man, we appreciate it, and we look forward to talking again. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
John McDermott, business in the front, party in the back.
Bullish on journalism. Also, Anthropic throwing bags to deslopify.
Bags
around.
Find it's good. It pays
Great
to be an articulate person.
That's good.
One who can wield words as weapons. As a modern day samurai. Perhaps one doesn't, always live as a traveling Ronin, but gets, hired on and settled in perhaps a, frontier AI lab for 300 or 400 bands per year. It's not
Pretty
not too
solid.
bad. Not too
Pretty
bad.
solid. Yeah,
Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Moving forward here to our great finds of the day. Let us talk about TrendTrack and Seguno. Seguno, ladies and gentlemen, is the only marketing suite built entirely inside of Shopify. What's that mean? It means your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, it's all there where you already work and play every single day. And it means you don't have to cede your trust to big email and its over attributed data. With Seguno, your Shopify data is your email data. This is why it's email 3.0. And it's why a big reason why they won the Shopify Build App 2024 of the year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you build for lean teams with big aspirations. Go and get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. Talk with Seguno. They'll give you a free trial of their platform. You tell them Colin I sent you, they'll extend that free trial to 30 days. Many thanks for Seguno being part of the show. TrendTrack, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what's really working right now, not 6 months ago, but what's actually scaling in the market on the interwebs today, TrendTrack has got you covered. It gives you full access to every marketing playbook of any brand in the world happening right now, from every Meta, Google, or TikTok ad they run to every email newsletter they send their customers, your direct competitors, the biggest players in the market. It is all there. All the market data centralized in one place and refreshed every 24 hours. Go to trendtrack.io. Get up to date on what's working now. Many thanks for TrendTrack being part of the show. Now, surfaced by you here, I'm intrigued by why you like this one so much. DoorDash CLI. Apparently, your agent can order directly from DoorDash for you. Like,
Is that
why?
awesome?
Why do you like this? I mean,
Isn't
tell me
that
about
cool?
this. Bring this up, producer Jack. Yeah, bring this up. This tweet comes from Andy Fang, and he has this to say today: we're opening up the DoorDash CLI in limited beta. Lets you order DoorDash directly from your agent, search stores, find the best deals, checkout, and more.
Yep.
Early access for US, Canadian, Mac OS developers by waitlist.
Yep.
Excited to see what folks build. What is this? I don't fully understand what this is and why it's awesome.
Yeah, it lets your agent order for you directly through DoorDash. The reason I brought it up is because DoorDash just did the integration with Shopify. So now you have agents.
Oh.
Now you see all the nodes that I've connected.
I
So
see.
you have the agents that now have the ability to go through DoorDash
I see.
automatically, and then they can shop Shopify automatically for your
Okay.
local stores.
I see.
How cool.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
And DoorDash greenlit this. So it's like, great. Yeah, agents rock and roll.
So you make the Shopify connection on this. What they have, now people can order local commerce, can order your products from your local store if you're on Shopify via DoorDash. Now you add in this agent element. Perhaps
Exactly.
somebody is going to build something on top of this. Let's just call it. Not that I live in Georgetown, Texas, because I don't.
Right.
Undisclosed location. But let's just say we were building like Georgetown's greatest finds or whatever. Mm-hmm. And there is an interweb, a web app of sorts. You can discover said thing. Oh, it's this thing from this, store that's surfaced downtown. Order it now, have it delivered to your house. They use the DoorDash agent, order from your thing. Your Shopify website talks to it. Your thing gets delivered to their house. Am I tracking here?
Yeah, full agent to agent.
Interesting.
Vibes, huh? That's the future right there. It's a little teaser into the future. And the fact that DoorDash is like fully green light about this and all good, it's pretty awesome. It's kind of a little teaser peek into like what we could potentially see like 12 months to 2 years from now, where it's like all agents doing all commerce on the internet.
Wow.
That's cool.
Kind of fascinating.
Now you know why I surfaced it.
Now
you're like, all right, it's cool.
Yeah, I didn't really get it. I didn't really get it at first,
I get it.
But I get it now. With the Shopify connection, that makes sense to me. Okay, very interesting. Producer Jack, we have already talked about Chip, the robot car, although I'm ready to drive one. I'm ready to ride one. I want to go to the beach and drive one around. Next, $6 million raised here from SliceLine. Do you know what SliceLine is? I found this one. Are you aware of SliceLine yet?
No.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you what this is. Okay. So you're not going to get it so much from the video. It takes like a little bit of watching it to get what happens here. But the point is Sliceline turns sad employees into happy ones. That's the point. And they do it by monitoring your Slack and sending them a pizza when they are sad. Okay, I'm getting crickets from you right now. I mean, can I get something? Okay, monitoring your Slack. Who's sad? Okay, it's like empathy. Okay, it's like empathy driven, like who's having a bad time. All right. If they're having a bad time, we automatically send them a pizza with their preferences so that they are then again made happy, and the company can make money up and to the right because they're working again. Okay, do you get the premise? Okay, is the premise a little bit of a shocker, a little wow factor at all?
This is like employee tracking with extra steps.
You're being mean. You're being mean.
Like
you're being mean to Sliceline.
So you're telling me, you're going to sit there and tell me that they don't report any other data back to the CEOs other than, hey, we sent a sad employee a pizza?
Brother, it's all love. It's all love. This whole thing is all love. It's all love here, okay?
Okay.
What we're doing here is motivated by good feels and great vibes. There's no reporting happening that I'm aware of. If that is happening, then that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But
horrible.
Let's keep it top level here. Let's assume the best. Okay. And I want to watch some of this video. It's not that long. It's like just over a minute. I want to watch some of this because I just think it's cool. Can we play this from the beginning sound on, Producer Jack?
Excited to announce our $6 million seed round led by Atomic VC for Sliceline.ai to operationalize joy at your company using AI.
Sliceline connects to your Gmail, Slack, and Whoop in about 30 seconds. It analyzes all your internal comms to detect the earliest signs of team friction and resolves them through autonomous, hyper-personalized carbohydrate intervention. At enterprise
okay,
scale,
wait,
in
Jack.
real time,
Jack, you gotta stop it. Okay, it solves it by hyper-personalized carbohydrate intervention. That was a banger line. Carbohydrate intervention. That is great, is it not?
That's really great. I would gamify this so quickly, and I would just send Slack DMs to myself and just be like, I am sad today. I am sad today. And then you know what I would do? I'd hook up my Claude to our Slack, and then I just have scheduled out like sads, and then I would send that to myself 15, 16 times a day and be like, yo, you guys need to check on Colin. He is not good. The indicators for him say that he is like not good. Like he is definitely the worst one that we've seen, like by far.
Producer Jack says she's sad. She says that she is sad today. And
Yeah.
The bad news is though, is I don't have Sliceline hooked up to our Slack, Jack. So I can't get any automated carbohydrate intervention your way while we are here live during the show. But fair. There's a way to gamify this, and maybe you end up getting a pizza every day. It's totally fair. But every now and again, a little carbohydrate intervention, it can go a long way to making you smile. Carbs make us happy. Let's keep going here, Producer Jack. Let's get some more detail.
Human awareness required.
Sliceline.ai is powered by our proprietary foundational model, which is trained on 1.4 billion sentiment signals and every known pizza order in human history. Our model reads the tone of every Slack message, the punctuations, the dying emojis, the dreaded one-word reply, and scores it in real time. We call it the hunger-adjusted morale score.
Ooh.
How did they get the ability to have a Drake soundtrack in the background?
I don't. Is it Drake?
Yeah, that's literally Drake's soundtrack. How did they get that?
Hunger adjusted something syndrome. Hunger adjusted something score. What was the hams? I thought that was great, but then I forgot what. Oh, hunger adjusted morale score. The one-word replies. I will say when I give a one-word reply, I'm usually like a little stressed or a little down. I do. Is that true for you?
I don't do one-word replies. I don't reply to anybody.
That's not true. You reply sometimes. You do.
Sometimes.
You reply sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going here, Jack.
We tried everything. Offsite, surveys, a foosball table nobody ever touched. The only thing that ever actually worked was pizza. Every time a box would show up, the room would suddenly have life again.
A pizza at the right time doesn't just feed somebody. It shows them somebody noticed. So we did what any reasonable team would do. We built an AI agent.
I love it.
We're starting with pizza, but we're not stopping there. We're going to snacks, drinks, wellness programs, and the emotional operating system that will be powering your entire company.
Sliceline is rolling out now. If your team has ever quietly fallen apart on Tuesday afternoon, join the waitlist now.
Sliceline. We read the room, then we feed it.
I love this. This is such a great idea. This is a work of art. I love this idea. Read the room, feed the room. Like, what makes people the happiest? It's pizza, man. And I agree. I totally agree. As we are talking right now and I'm listening to this pitch, I want a pizza. Would I be happy if a pizza just arrived as the show ended? That would make me so happy.
Potentially. This feels like putting a Band-Aid on a gushing wound where like you need to figure out the core message of why your employees are actually sad and why there's function within your org. And that's kind of where I'm leaning to this, where it's like, this is maybe a cool short-term fix, but like you should probably fix your org and like why there is sadness within your employees. I don't know. Yeah, dude, exactly.
If you find yourself sad, you need pizza. That's what you need.
Oh my gosh, or ice cream, honestly.
I think, yeah, you got a point there. You got a point. But sometimes a little carbohydrate Band-Aid feels good. I'm a big fan of this. They're leading with pizza. They want to build out more. I'm interested.
I like that.
The EOS, the emotional operating system.
That got me really excited. I think there's like a whole emotional stability level to all of this that is like actually a there that is much bigger than pizza. I think that is very massive, which would require a ton of capital. I'm very bullish on that.
Wow. Good for Sliceline. I'm ready for an automated pizza. And golly, the more we talk about it, the more I'm convinced I'm going to eat pizza after this show is over. And even better, if producer Jack, you would send me one while we were on the show. I would feel awesome about that, to be honest. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was a joke. Next here, micro mobility. Our friend here at Infinite Machines, I believe, is who they were talking to. CEO of Infinite Machines. He is making a strong case for the little buddy that we were looking at. Of course, he's making a case for his products, but he's also making a case for the car, the chip that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Can't go too far, doesn't go too fast. He's making a strong case that like actually people really don't need cars. And I definitely agree if you live in an urban setting, but he's arguing for even more than that. Let us read here, or should we just listen to him? What do you want to do? You want to read? Okay, let's listen to him. Go ahead and play this for us, producer Jack. And
non-car vehicle, like what does that constitute? So obviously we have this. It's an e-bike, right?
Yes.
It's a novel type of e-bike. So
love my e-bike.
look as particularly like a bike.
You have an e-bike?
So yeah, explain.
I love
the
it. I ride it every day.
A non-car is anything that isn't a car. That
volume, Jack. I need a little more volume.
So we think about non-cars as the white space around cars. If you think about the 20th century, it was really the story of the car, the classic car. But cars didn't actually start like we currently think of them. And they started as really like four-wheeled bicycles. First cars were kind of coaches that resembled bicycles more. Over time, they developed, and you had the highway build out, then you had the federal government build an agency to regulate these vehicles. And over time, what we know of as a car solidified into a very familiar form factor. It's really hard to tell cars apart. If you took the logos off of them, they do the same job more or less, and they're getting more and more expensive. The average car is $50,000 in America. And so what we see is a world that, number one, is enabled by electrification, so you can create new kinds of vehicles, and number two is increasingly urbanized. 52% of trips in the United States in cars are under 3 miles.
Terrible.
So if you think about that, a car is a really overkill solution for moving less than 3 miles. And the range of non-cars then includes vehicles like Alto. We also make another one called P1, which is a bit larger, but all kinds of other creative form factors, whether it's a stand-up scooter or new kinds of four-wheelers. And what we're seeing is really a Cambrian explosion of new form factors. And Infinite Machine exists to make what we think of as the best of these kinds of vehicles.
Okay. I think he has some points here. He's got some good points. I'm just bringing in, though, like, just because half of all trips in the United States take less than 3 miles, just because half of them do, doesn't mean you don't need something for the other half, right?
That's fair. I think the biggest pushback too is like for electric is the total range that these vehicles will have. It's like 300 something. And that's usually the big pushback for everybody. And my biggest pushback back to those people is like, how many times are you driving 200 plus miles at a time?
Not that
Like,
much.
Not that much ever. Like really ever. That's why I'm so bullish on the Slate, because it compresses this idea of like very expensive car. Let's get rid of that. Let's put this thing on bare bones. You can do whatever you want to it. It's pretty lightweight. It's, you know, you can kind of mess around with it, make it a truck, make it a mini truck, make it a four-person vehicle. You got some storage front, back, blah, blah, blah. And then it's electric on top of that. And that is where I see the future of all of this going, because this idea of like a $120,000 starter truck that a guy's using to go to his laptop job is like banana sandwich. Like it like pains me as a human. I see this a ton where you'll see guys with like Ford Raptors and you're like, yo, what do you do? Like, what are you hauling with that? And they're like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like an executive at this company. I'm like, brother, what? Like, what are you talking? Like, are you serious? They're like,
well,
like,
okay. I mean, I get the point. It's good. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, we all. How many times do you need to lop off 70K for a car? Like, you know,
100.
You'd like to do it. You'd like to do it less. However many times you need to do it, you'd like to do it.
These trucks are 100, dude. They're not 70. They're like 100.
Right. But I will say, like, if you're going to be on the highway, like, you need something. You need something. And, you know, a scooter, oftentimes not going to take care of that.
Totally.
You know, you're going to go, if you're going to get on the highway, you're going to get a major road. And what I'll say, and Jack, you should bring up bring the tweet back up. Down at the bottom, you can see the Infinite Machines that he's referring to, the Alto and the Eclectic vehicle. I think he's showing us the Alto basically here. But bring this tweet back up and show the good people. We've already seen the Chip and its robotic electric car. Yeah, scroll down here and show people the Alto. So it's like a cool scooter.
Sick.
It's an electrified scooter.
Sick.
Looks awesome. That would be cool to drive. What I will say though is that, man, when you're driving a motorcycle, you're driving some type of like vehicle like this, like
danger
zone.
Wear your helmet.
It's not an if, it's a when.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think I'd rather have the big truck just for the sake of safety, even if I'm not hauling anything. You know, I don't want to get hit on the highway. I don't want to get hit on the by roads either.
Yeah, I think my issue is like the solution for that is basically the Slate truck. But my biggest issue is the fact that like currently in the American consumer, we are making it super acceptable to take out egregious loans for $100,000, $120,000 trucks that people cannot afford. I saw a TikTok clip the other day. A guy was trading in his Toyota Tacoma that had 50,000 miles on it that could easily run for another 150. Freaking amazing car. He was trading that in for like a Ram Spark that's like 150 grand. And he's like, yeah, like what could I do on this trade in? And they're like, well, we could take a little bit of this, but then you still got to owe all of this. And it's like, are we really doing this? Like, what is that guy actually using that for? Like, he's not using it to haul anything. I just, it concerns me aggressively, the amount of consumer debt people are getting into for like cars that they actually don't need the utility for.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And there are more alternatives coming upon the market. Infinite Machines, Slate, the Chip, which perhaps it's just a glorified golf cart, but it's got a smiley face.
It does have a smiley face.
Your kids are going to love it. Last here in our great finds, Peptide Froyo. Peptide Froyo, which I don't know what it's in it.
I don't know what's in it either.
I think it looks cool. This surfaced to us by It's Andrea of the Snack Shot. Nuritus, Peptide Intelligence, Peptide Froyo. Peptides never tasted so good. I definitely don't want a shot. I would love a yummy cone.
Yeah, pull this one up and then play this.
Yeah, this is a video.
This is it. This is a video of them trying it out.
Play the video, Producer Jack.
Been loving the frozen yogurt.
As long as it tastes good, right?
Looks like it does.
So this is Froyo with Pepsi Strong in it, so it tastes good. It's good for you.
Right, and then when I hit
Pepsi Strong,
Really? Is it good? Yeah.
Peptide Intelligence.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I just don't know what's in it. Like they're being a little coy about like what Pepsi Strong is.
Do I need to know what's in it?
I don't know. This is cool. I like the form. I like messing up with the form factors where like, hey, frozen yogurt. I love frozen yogurt. I like the idea of putting peptides in frozen yogurt. I think that's fun.
That's definitely going to be the first question that people ask is like, okay, well, what's in it? Peptide.
Yeah.
But also like if it tastes good.
Yeah.
I kind of don't need to know. As long as it tastes good and it's supposed to be healthy for me.
It'd be super funny if like you put this in a corporate office and then you come back like a month later and everybody's just yoked. And you're like, yo, what happened? Oh, dude, they love the peptide. They love the peptide frozen yogurt. And they're just all just what's up, dude? Yo, sales are through the roof. I don't know what's going on.
Everybody's locked in and
locked in. Yeah, I love that. That's hilarious.
All they knew is that there's free Froyo.
You don't tell them? Oh my God.
Free Froyo in the snack room. You can get it whenever you want.
Wow. You wouldn't tell them. You would just get your employees yoked.
Free Froyo bar, actually, with toppings. You eat it for lunch, dessert, post lunch, every single day. Mid morning snack.
Yeah.
Come in and get your breakfast. Actually, do it whenever you want. Froyo, make a bowl, acai bowl. Whatever you like.
Golly, man, Jeff's looking ridiculous these days. Yeah. Lot of peptide frozen yogurt, I think.
Big fan. What's in it? Good stuff.
Good stuff. That's awesome. I feel like we're like advocating the Russian Olympic PED scandal right now. They're like, how are they doing? How are they performing? Good.
Performance is great. Sales are up. Everyone's locked in and focused.
What are you giving them? Stuff. They take this serum, and you're like, awesome.
Free Froyo bar. That's what we're
You just keep saying. What are you giving them? Free Froyo bar.
Free Froyo.
Yeah. That's
awesome. We got cold brew. We got all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a Froyo bar. That's
what gets them.
You got a big sales call coming up. Good for you. Go hit the Froyo bar.
Boom. Let's put that out for you.
Why don't you just hit a little pre-celebration and go hit the Froyo bar. Moving forward to our closing time, some words of wisdom, and then we have the one and only Bryan Bumgardner of Northbeam for our weekly media buyer weather report coming to us. Before we hit some words of wisdom from closing time, let us talk about Rich Panel and Rocked After Sale. Ladies and gentlemen, most D2C brands are obsessed with getting the next net new customer, as they should be. But the real lever is making more money from the orders you already get. If you could get $3 to $4 extra on every single order per month without ever touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, and Groove Life are doing every day with Rocked After Sale, adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and then stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents per order just by showing offers from Disney Plus, Venmo, HelloFresh, etc. It's high margin revenue straight to your bottom line. No hit to conversion, no impact on LTV. You can be live within minutes. Go to aftersale.com/offers. Get rolling with them today. Many thanks for Rocked After Sale being part of the show. Rich Panel. Ladies and gentlemen, your CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. refunds, order tracking, subscription cancellations. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of your interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest end to end. If you're paying $2 to $10 per ticket to a human, you should see what 30 cents feels like. Rich did this, cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500 for the year, $500,000 for the year. Migration takes less than 2 weeks and your CSAT score is going up. Go to richpanel.com, book your demo today, 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of the show. Now, a little closing time before Bryan comes to us. What are, quote, perfect unit economics in e-commerce? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, I would. The one and only Bryan Bloom has some sauce for us. He had this to say, was interacting very much with a post that we covered from Alex Ramosi the other day. He was reintroducing himself to the algo as well, built and sold a content agency to PE in 20 months, grew his audience, doing things on only sweat equity. Now, would he start a new brand again? Yeah, perhaps he would, but he wants perfect unit economics. What are those? He has this to say. In D2C, that is 80+% gross margin, 3x CAC to LTV, huge TAM, $10 billion plus, a growing market year over year, and customer has high discretionary spend, meaning they got a few dollars to throw at this thing. Otherwise, don't even attempt, says the one and only Bryan Bloom. Your thoughts on this, Colin Doherty? I like the kind of economics. I do.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely spot on. I'd throw one more thing into here, and Chris, you probably already know what this is. I want subscription as a requirement. So if you bake all 6 of those things into the product itself, I think that's a home run product. I think that's what you should be going after in D2C in 2026.
Perhaps baked in to the 3x CAC to LTV.
Yeah,
one could argue.
Potentially.
Potentially. Unless you're selling high fashion for a $200 CAC and you got, you're selling
or
$600 to $1,000 on your average order value, etc.
Or exotic animal cages.
Okay. Right.
I met a guy. Whoa. Ready? I'm going to go down a rabbit hole here.
Yeah, please.
I met a guy at Supper Club who does this exact same thing in Austin, Texas.
Yeah. I know that guy, actually.
Yeah. And now you're like, okay, that's viable. Yeah.
Yeah, he lives not far from me. Not far from me.
There you go.
Next in our closing time, Alan Walton, who perhaps you have not seen on the interwebs as of late. Just a little marker, just a little point here. For the one-man brand, Alan Walton reintroduces himself. Ahoy, hoy, 38 male, Texas married. He says, I'm married, have 3 daughters. Reintroducing himself to the algo, newly changed on X. Run a one-person, 7-figure e-commerce brand, only Shopify, using AI and my brain. You probably heard me on a podcast 8 years ago or saw me post something related to e-commerce. I never stopped following you, though, for what it's worth. I would love to get Alan on the show and talk this brand. Yeah. He may not want to. But
it's so wild to me that we're seeing people that we forgot that we followed. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Like I started to see some folks that I totally forgot about, and it's so refreshing because I'm like, oh, whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with him? I'm gonna check in with him. Let me DM him really quick.
Still here.
Still here. I'm really happy they changed the algorithm. I think a lot of people are like, I like the old algorithm better. I like seeing posts from people that I follow. That's like why I follow them.
I like this one. Yeah. It's like YouTube. like the people that I subscribe to, I want to actually see their videos.
Yes, 100%. Like,
hello.
It's like, yeah, this is why we follow them. It's like, yeah, I want to see their content.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the new algo. Points to our friend Nikita over at X for making it happen for all of us. An update here from Max Sturdivant over at Well Copy. He's got some great stats for the month of June.
Grinding.
And methinks congratulations are in order. He has this to say: quick June agency stats and update, 118 brands on retainer. Agency churn rate last month was 1.89%. That's
crazy.
That's bananas. Onboarded 16 new brands in June, 1 9-figure subscription brand, 4 8-figure brands, 11 multi-7-figure brands. Back to multi-week wait list for new brands coming on. Lots of subscription brands coming in, which I know that you like. Launched our Well LTV retention analytics platform exclusive to clients after months of prep and build up. Brands are loving it. Great retention play for us as we keep improving our service. School community. I think I recently learned that he has school community. School community cracked 250 plus members and over 50K MRR locked in for the rest of the year. Q4 is going to be huge. Congrats to our friend Max Sturdivant. Well Copy continues to crush.
I mean, if you scroll up, Jack, a little bit, the two craziest points of this entire tweet is 118 brands on retainer.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah.
By the way, try managing that. Good luck. And then agency churn is only 1.89%. Also bananas. Both of those stats show perfect product market fit and amazing work that Max is doing. Excited to have him on the show.
I mean, what does that mean? He lost like 2 clients?
Yeah, but he's onboarding like 6. He's onboarding 16 new in June. So then
it's crazy.
Just building up like nonstop.
The churn rate is bananas to me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Congrats to Max as he continues to build a monster in the email space. Last year in closing time, little boost Coos packaging update. Bar Brew His. Scroll down here, producer Jack, so we can see the new packaging. A thing of beauty. And I think very smart. Double click on this so that we can get we can see it even bigger.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So before, I've got the before. The after, I think even better. A few points from me. I can see what it is. You know, see it on the spoon.
Really huge.
Up there at the top, protein couscous.
Huge.
Big. And then there at the bottom, you get very clear stats. 18 grams protein, 11 grams fiber. OG pearled. I don't know what OG pearled is, but
I think it's just the shape.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it's the guys.
I'm seeing like protein everywhere, big stats, and I see the food. I like that.
This is a home run packaging rebrand because of all the reasons you talk about. And look how like delicious the one on the right looks. It makes me like want to grab this and be like, you know, if somebody's like, I'm trying to find something with protein in it, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get something filling. Oh, that looks fun. That looks delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably eat that.
Yeah.
Grab quick. Really amazing for brands that are first launching that like people don't really know your brand and don't really know exactly what you have going on. You have to show them very obviously what is going on with your brand and what you're talking about. And that is what he's doing in that one on the right. I think that's super crucial.
You gotta show. You gotta show. Show, don't tell. You like that?
I love
that. Bars from me. Show, don't tell, baby. That's what Bar is doing here. Let's read from him what he has to say. This Bar, you know, OG in our space, used to be general manager over at No Commerce. Now launched CPG brand founder, making it happen. Boostcoos new packaging reveal. X-Fam, what do you think? A week ago, I posted about how 2 random strangers thought our couscous boxes were an alternative milk. No.
Not good.
That's not good.
Not good. That's what I'm saying.
Not good. That is not good. Alternative milk? Do you get alternative milk from this? That's like, it's a little outside.
Little outside.
That's a little outside of the box.
Shelf stable milk vibes.
I just can't see this being alternative milk, but it happened twice. So, you know, there's something to it. He says, and I can't blame them. Our original packaging was cute, but it didn't tell you what was actually inside the box. Back half of the year, our entire focus is unlocking retail, which means we have to pass the 3-second shelf test. A few key changes. Protein couscous up top, so people know immediately. 18 grams protein, 11 grams fiber, called out way bigger, which I think is great for them. We're now, number 3, we're now GFCO, gluten-free certified. So we added that to the front of the pack. I don't think I saw. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Yeah. Down there in the top, in the bottom.
Love that.
Right-hand quarter. Actual product on the box. Crazy concept. I know. To me, that's that and the protein couscous and the numbers, what sticks out most. We'll continue to iterate and see how these updates change retail velocities. What do you think? I think it's great. That's what I think.
Let's go. I love that. I love the rebrand. I love also the willingness of a founder to be like, hey, I think I need to change this thing. I have to improve this thing. I'm not going to be romantic about this. I'm not going to be romantic about my MVP or my first version of this thing. I have to be willing to rip the gills out of this and start over so that it can be 20 times, 100 times better than what I have right now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Good on him, Bar. I actually still have a few boxes, and I would like to eat those boxes right now, actually.
Let's
go. Moving forward, we have the one and only Bryan Bumgardner of Northbeam for the weather report.
Let's
coming
go.
to us before he arrives. Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Ty and Sati. Sati, ladies and gentlemen, your affiliate program, it's been running for a while, and it's all right. Commissions going out, sales coming in, but you probably have a nagging feeling that there's more going on under the hood. That's because there is. Every platform in the space is built around last click commissions. Whoever gets the last click gets that commission. That's the entire logic. It oversimplifies affiliates as a channel for you and makes it less powerful than it really is. Sati is the first affiliate platform built on multi-touch attribution, cookieless, Shopify native, surfaces who introduced the customer, who nurtured them, and who closed that sale. You're no longer looking at a flat list of commission payouts. You have a map of how your affiliate channel actually moves people through a buying decision. Go to mysati.io/champion/ecom-cowboy. You get 20% off your plan, full migration support, onboarding setup, so you're not starting from scratch, and monthly strategic calls with their team. I really believe this is the next wave and next generation form of affiliates. Go talk with Sati. Many thanks for them being part of the show. And Ty, ladies and gentlemen, quick number you should know. Every D2C operator listening, your email and your tech stack, they probably only know a third of your returning shoppers. Everyone else browses anonymously, and your flows, they sit idle doing absolutely nothing. Ty identifies up to 70% of your total site traffic and pushes those shoppers into the flows so that they can run as they should. Caraway used Ty's predict scoring to lift open rates up 40%, clicks 30%, while sending 20% fewer emails. Kind of bananas. Same stack, zero dev work. You should go book a demo. Go to meetty.com/cowboy. When you do, tell them that Chris and Colin sent you. Get rolling with them today. Many thanks for Ty being part of the show. Now, it is time for, I have not updated this sound effect, but I'm going to play it anyway. Weather report. It is time for the one and only Northbeam Weather Report to let us know what is happening on the interwebs. Are we up, down, left, or to the right? Ad spend, performance, conversion rate, clicks, etc. Wherever and everywhere we are spending our dollars. We must welcome the one and only Bryan Bumgardner of Northbeam into this show. Get in here, Bryan.
Oh, ads hat? What?
Wow. Little Universal Ads action in here, Bryan. Come on, man.
Where's my Universal Ads hat? That's sick.
Yeah, you already know. I'm at the Universal Ads office today, and upon arriving, I was bestowed merch, so I had to rock it.
Yes.
Whoa. How's the office? Talk to us about the office for a sec.
It's good, man. We're in Midtown, and I work from home usually, and so it's cool to like hang out in an office and like be in such a cool, chill spot with these folks. We've been shooting content today. I feel like I'm shooting content right now.
Yeah, you are. That's true, Ryan. Now, Bryan, not to detract us here, but Universal Ads had a banger video this week that we covered here on the show that I think like opens the hood for CTV and some of what has been going on there. I really see Universal Ads like paving the way for what I think will be a larger part of D2C Convo, especially in 2027.
Yeah.
TV being a real channel that everybody needs to be pouring dollars into. I mean, tell me, you're there now. I mean, do you see, I mean, are you thinking the same? The video was banger and incredible.
Yeah, you know, I'm big on CTV because TV never stopped being king.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the way we measure it has changed, but everybody watches TV. Like, you're watching it all the time, everywhere. Like, maybe the way you get it has changed through cord cutting or whatever, but like TV is still the dominant form of entertainment in America and probably the world. So yeah, you need to be running ads there. Like, you'll always hear me say, because I feel like a lot of growth marketers are thinking a lot of ad platforms less as ways to reach people, but more as like, oh, it's a machine, I put money in, I got money out. If you think about it, if you want to reach specific audiences that you know will buy your product, a great way to do that is through television. You're already getting them on your phone. Like, every time they're opening Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, you're already there, right? Why are you not also inside the TV shows, the sports, the news channels they're watching?
Yeah.
Like, it only logically makes sense. But it's funny because a lot of us direct-to-consumer and e-commerce advertisers are like just starting to figure that out instead of all of the legacy, you know, the iconic brands of the world who've been running TV ads for 30 years, right?
Yeah,
so
totally.
it's kind of funny when you think about it that way, but very, very, very bullish on CTV, especially for top of funnel, and especially now that you can measure it properly and like attribute revenue back to specific TV ads. Like, that is, I think, what makes it appeal to our squad of viewers here.
Yeah, and Northbeam, a big part of making that possible, which is why we love you, Bryan. Now tell us, you're in Midtown. I would guess that's like Midtown Manhattan. Is that New York?
Midtown Manhattan. Yep.
Okay. Anytime somebody says Midtown, I just assume that is New York City. You know, in your wanderings and measurings of the internet this week and where all of the dollars are going, you know, what's going on with the weather report? I thought I heard or saw that maybe there's like a new, you know, a new platform being measured there or being featured there. Is that the case? Is that the case, Bryan? Give us a little context here.
Yeah, so there's a couple things going on. This is the week we're talking about last week's data.
Yep.
That's the week after 4th of July, right? So that really aggressive, I would argue sometimes wasteful ad spend that people tend to blow through the 4th of July, especially and through Prime Day, right? That's starting to disappear, which means you're going to see huge improvements in your customer acquisition cost. You would think, I think a lot of people see this and they go, why is customer acquisition cost improving after the holiday? And I'm like, well, because everybody and their brother was moving ad spend onto Amazon. And like, I don't fully understand often why so many brands will run massive amounts of ad spend through promo periods and acquire customers barely profitably, if at all. Like, I still don't really understand that. So we're coming off of that week over week, which is why you're seeing these big shifts and changes in here. Now, the new ad platform that I've added in there is Vibe. Vibe.co.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'm big on TV, right? Now, this weather report is a measure of what we can track in Northbeam, which means that you really need to be over a certain level of spend for us to be able to be like, okay, yeah, we can see what's changing. Vibe got there. So they made it on this list. I think you should check it out. If you're a performance marketer, you know, you should check out Vibe. You should also check out, of course, UA. But if you're a performance marketer who's maybe been in the game like 10 years, you remember back in the day buying TV ads was like, okay, we have to do a $50,000 shoot first.
Right.
Like that was the baseline for entry. Now, the lines between television and social ads have blurred so aggressively that you can just take whatever's working on social and just whip it into a TV ad and put it live in like half an hour on like these ad platforms.
Yeah,
it's really wild.
Yeah, the bar is significantly lower. Go ahead, Colin.
Bryan, could you talk to us about Pinterest here? Because Pinterest is this unicorn that I could not understand, and I want it to work so badly.
Yeah.
And then the numbers are always reporting that it is great to spend there. But like my media buyer mind is like, I don't know how to make it work.
So here's the thing about making something like Pinterest work. Pinterest is even more specific. Pinterest is even more specific of a culture and a behavior than maybe what you would see on YouTube, right? And if we're going to be honest, and we can be honest here, guys.
Yes.
A lot of the people who are on Pinterest, women making wedding boards.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, my wife did. That's true. My wife did. Yeah.
So my advice to you then is to seek out people who use Pinterest and talk to them about it and watch them use it. Seek out information. Pinterest publishes reports all the time about who is on there and what they're doing, right? Seek that stuff out. It makes me not a lot of fun at family reunions because I'm like, hey, little Gen Z cousin, what social media are you using right now? Like, tell me all about it. I want to watch you. No, don't narrate. Just go through it, right? Just show me what you do. So I think the key to understanding Pinterest is it's an enigma to us because we're like, oh, just put some product pictures on there. It is a culture. It's a communication. It's a style. And that's what makes it really challenging. So my advice would be seek out someone native, which is the same advice I had about TikTok like 2 years ago. TikTok's gotten a lot more mainstream. It's like way easier now. But seek out someone native to Pinterest and just ask them about it. Get them to tell you, like, well, what do you like? What are you keeping? Like, what do you see? Do you like that ad? Do you not like this ad? And they'll give you a very specific angle. Maybe you have customers. If you put out a shout right now to your customers and you're like, does anybody use Pinterest? I want to talk to you. Man, people love the parasocial relationships. They would love to speak to you. Your customers love talking to you. So I'm sure they'd be happy to tell you all about Pinterest and what they think you should do there.
Wow.
Man, I'm fired up about all these greens, Bryan.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to feel too.
It's good to see and feel. I'm especially fired up by what I see at Meta. I mean, Meta's like a constant. There was actually, I think actually there was a problem today. Actually, with the ads manager.
There's a little tweak.
Yeah, there's a problem. I think there's a problem this morning. But looking backward to the past week, post July 4th. I mean, plus 18% on conversion rate. Is that what we're looking at here, producer Jack? Oh no, I'm looking at the next graphic here, Jack. Next conversion rate and ROAS, even like share of spend up. Meta, obviously the giant inside of our ad spend space. Conversion rate up 18%, ROAS up 14%, share of spend up 6%. Maybe next week, based on what's happening in the ads manager right now, maybe our weather report will be down. But this is encouraging.
Also, app loving all greens as well. Like app loving ripping. Love to see that.
So there's a couple of things going on. We talked about this last week. This is now Ecomm summer. This is the time when purchase intent is going to normalize to like a pretty low level. Yeah. This is normally everybody's slow time, right? Like you don't have a whole lot of marketing events, stuff we talked about last week. What you're seeing in AppLovin and on Meta is a correction back from the chaos of the 4th of July push. A lot of businesses and a lot of advertisers are going to completely cut their ad spend through this time down to like what's the least we can spend because they want to save their budget for Black Friday.
I see.
The smart people watching now know that if I can get an ad working this summer, if an ad works during this dead period, then when Black Friday, Cyber Monday comes, we're going to crush it.
Yeah,
so
got it.
What you're going to see, it would not surprise me if over the next couple of weeks we just see red because everybody's pulling back their ad spend. People are not buying. Like it's just a dead period, right? Everyone's on vacation. They're doing whatever. So my recommendation is if you're going to try and diversify to a new platform, to AppLovin, to UA, to Vibe, or if you want to launch new ad creative and really test it, now is the time. So over this next couple of weeks, you're going to see a whole lot of red, if I had to guess. You're going to see spend shares shift around. This is, and I cannot stress this enough, normal. You will probably find improved CPMs through this time as well. So just like you would see in Q3, the best time for you to be testing is when everybody else is turning their ad spend down.
Yeah.
Doing something like Northbeam on now. By the time you get to Black Friday, you're going to have great data. It's going to be matured. Your models are going to be in a good spot. They're going to have lots of data to pull from. You're going to be really comfortable with Northbeam. You're going to know what you're doing. And then when Black Friday comes, you can really turn on the heat. And you know you have a strong set of ads that work. You know which ads you want to put money behind. It just makes sense. Everybody wants to let off the gas right now, and I get it. It's been a crazy year. We've had so many problems with Meta. I'm telling you, if you can find it within you and your team, now is the time to be shooting new stuff, testing new stuff.
Yes.
Playing channel. So you're not cramming in the fall. Also, when, by the way, everybody else is trying to get on there, it'll be impossible to get a hold of account reps on any of these channels because they're all super busy. Smart people move in the summer. And Black Friday is made now. It's not made in November.
You know, this kind of reminds me of there's always the trope when it comes to stocks: be greedy when others are fearful. Of course, you can lose a big bag doing that. But you know, it reminds me of this thing. It's like be testing when others are turning off, when others are checking out, when others are Euro maxing and closing their laptop and cannot be reached until September. Time to be testing, baby. Test. And like you said, get rolling with Northbeam now if you're not. That way, when Q4 comes, your data is matured, you're online, and you're ready to go. And hopefully in this time where others are checking out and turning off, then you found some bangers that you can string together and add a juicy offer on top of and win to the max. Do you say yay, Bryan Bumgardner?
Beyond yay. That is what the winners are doing right now.
Let's go.
That's it. What you just said, that's what the winners are doing. They're not telling you that because, of course, they're not. They want their competition to figure that out. You know, they don't want their competition to know. But that's what I see. And I've personally done it. I know brands who are thinking about Black Friday in February. So, like, I think what you want to do here is don't fall into the same rhythms that everyone else is doing just because they're doing it. Like, if there's anything that I like to stress in this newsletter, it's that we're going to focus on, okay, what's working in the future? What's the new rhythm? Everything is in disorder. You know, you can see the meta ads or the meta ads and managers breaking. You can see the meta performance that we've been reporting on in the newsletter for a long time is changing. The ad platforms are shifting. AI is here. It's shifting user behavior. Consumer confidence is in the toilet. All of a sudden, you can just buy CTV ads from your computer. Who knows whether ad format is about to come? OpenAI is about to launch ChatGPT ads. Are they going to work, or is everyone going to hate them? I have no idea, right? This is a time of chaos. I don't think you can rely on the same playbook from 5 years ago. So we're writing the playbook right now. I'm honored to come on this show and talk with you guys about what.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
This is what I'm seeing right now from people who are writing playbooks you're going to be copying in 5 years. Just skip forward, man. Just find the new way. This is the new way. That's what I'm trying to push, you know?
Live in the future. Live in the future and be tapped in to what's going on right now with Bryan and Northbeam and making it work and growing up and to the right. And then, you know, your Twitter thread about what you did in summer 2026. Everybody be liking and resharing and getting your playbook for next year when this happens. I think so. Colin Doherty?
No, I was going to say, Bryan, I appreciate you guys basically giving back to the community and saying like, hey, this is normal. Like in the next couple of weeks, it's cool. It's normal for you to expect that like performance down. Because I think a lot of, you know, consumer brand founders in our space will be like, I suck at this. Why is this going down? Why can't I figure this out? And for you guys to be like, hey, just expect and be prepared that like, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this and we're going to go to the next step. test some stuff now, but it's normal for your performance to go down right now.
Yeah. And I will also just say, just because, Bryan, your mustache is looking impeccable, sir.
Let's go. With the eagle? Let's go.
Yeah, because it's deserving of the
Yeah.
eagle. And I hope you make it safe back home from
Yeah.
Midtown. People may be attacking you on the streets because you are so good looking and sharp, sir.
Let's go. Hit him
Bryan,
with the 3 eagles.
We appreciate you making the time to join us. Say what's up to everybody at the Universal Ads office for us. Shout out Universal Ads, and we look forward to having you back, brother. Thank you, man.
Thanks, fellas. I'll see you next week.
I think that mustache was deserving of a triple eagle.
That's fair. That's super fair. I love the idea of testing in summer. Test when it is it's not the greatest performance. We all know that. We all know that it's not the greatest econ performance in the summer. Test some stuff out. Get crazy with it. Get funky with it. So then by the time we hit Q4, you get to just hammer those winners that you tested and just kaboom.
I have a delightful moment of Zen prepared for you.
What you got?
Doherty. I do. It's great. It's what is presented to us as the worst timed ad in all of history. But before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Intelligems. What is the next big idea that you have that could change your business? Is it a price change, adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligems exists. It's an AI-powered testing platform that helps you find the changes worth making that are going to put dollars in your pocket and move the needle at the bottom line. If you're looking for your next big idea, they've got you covered. Go to intelligems.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. AI-powered audit, totally free. Go to intelligems.io/audit. Many thanks for Intelligems being part of this show. Now, moment of Zen. Here, bring this up for us, Producer Jack. Go ahead and bring it up. I want to narrate a little bit while this plays. You can just begin playing right now. Sound off. Okay. Watching a very... no, I need sound off. I need sound off right now, Producer Jack. Playing a very high tense moment inside of HBO's Rome series.
Great show.
This is Caesar. He's like obviously
about to get killed.
And then look here, give us sound on, Producer Jack. Sound on here.
Just in the middle of Caesar's execution. Vibes.
You know, as Caesar is going the way of the dinosaur, perhaps what one needs is just a little bit of chicken fried.
That's fair.
2 for $20 at Applebee's.
That's fair.
Perhaps that's exactly what he and his former friends need here to mend fences and make their way again. Words of wisdom. Last word as we close out the show here at Colin Doherty.
It's very hot outside. Stay cool and stay hydrated.
Stay cool, stay hydrated, stay classy, San Diego. Many thanks to Jimmy Kim, CEO of Commerce Roundtable and Ecomm email marketer, Cody Wittick, founder, co-CEO of Kinship, for joining us today. Many thanks to John McDermott of McDermott Media, Bryan Bumgardner for the Northbeam Weather Report. Many thanks to Slash, Tide, Trend Track, Rich Panel, Intelligems, Northbeam, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, Aftersell, Sati, Proxima, and Universal Ads for making this show possible. Thank you for joining us. It's Friday tomorrow, which means it's hot jobs, and we got some great guests lined up. We will be here. You be here as well. See you on the other side.